Hey everybody, Christopher Greene, AMTV, hard-hitting and in your face. Make sure to like this video, share it worldwide, and subscribe. It is July 7, 2021, and wow, we are moving to a new digital currency here in the United States of America. This is going to be announced very, very soon. I've reported on this before, and now we are in the summer, and the Fed will be talking and beginning to roll out, I believe, the world's, well, in addition to China, the first dollar-backed CBDC, central bank digital coin, digital currency. And I believe this has been the plan over the last decade. I believe that it's been the plan. Some people call it Fedcoin, to basically de-dollarize the petrodollar, what central banks have used for generations, generationally for many of you tuning in. Of course, the US dollar backed by arguably nothing outside of oil. It's been backed by oil and then the might of the military-industrial complex. But now in a digitized world where we've got cell phones in our pocket and much of the rest of the world is emerging and showing new dominance, very keenly and coyly, out in places like China. We've also got a report recently, I've talked about this, Russia has actually gotten rid of all US dollars as a result of its sovereign wealth fund. So it's literally holding zero US dollars in its sovereign wealth fund and has increased its holdings of the Eurozone and also Euro currency and also gold. So this is very, very notable. We're also seeing China do this, sell trillions of dollars worth of US currency as they emerge really as the dominant force, arguably, here in 2021. Now, the Federal Reserve also changed tone today, and they're starting, I'm paraphrasing a little bit, to really be concerned about inflation. They are suggesting that this might not be transitory, that it could be persistent, meaning the price of everything, food, housing, education, the cost of goods and services, as we've seen them continue to rise, especially over the last year and a half. And I think this is going to get much, much worse. We can look specifically at meat prices, for example, going through the roof. Bacon was up like 20%. Housing costs have gone up like 20, 30%, depending on which American city that you're in. So we are being transferred into a new digitized blockchain, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin-backed system. And I've always said, this is my opinion, if governments didn't like Bitcoin, they simply would have gotten rid of it a long time ago. The sheer fact that it still exists, it's being allowed to operate, tells you the government actually is embracing Bitcoin. And we're seeing regulators move on this right now. In fact, we just had a huge story drop today, again on CNBC. The UFC just got a major multi-$100 million sponsor from Crypto.com as a part of what they're calling a fight kit sponsorship. So this is so huge. We saw this with Floyd Mayweather. He was repping a cryptocurrency recently with his Logan Paul fight. The Cash App owned by Jack Dorsey, who's huge on Bitcoin. Of course, Elon Musk promoting Dogecoin and other various cryptocurrencies online on a daily basis only proves this point. I think what's going to happen next, and I've been telling you guys this repeatedly, and I'm going to keep repeating, we are entering the largest bubble, the largest mega cycle bull market in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and all the different types of cryptocurrencies that we talk about than we've ever seen in the history of blockchain tech. It's going to be huge. It's going to be massive. And the only way I believe you can keep up with inflation is honestly learning about it, understanding that sovereign wealth funds, central banks, I believe, as they roll out CBDCs, are also acquiring these key assets. Bitcoin, which of course is the gold standard. Of course, all this is being traded on Wall Street. Jim Cramer, CNBC pundits are talking about this all the time. We have major hedge fund investments in cryptocurrency. We have people like Kim Kardashian and others repping various cryptocurrencies on a regular basis. So this has gone from something that was counterculture to incredibly mainstream. And I believe it has always been the plan. I've always told you guys, trust the plan. And we are moving to a digitized system. But what's tragic about this, a lot of Americans, I really believe this, are going to be caught by surprise, basically with their pants down around their ankle, when they realize that the purchasing power of the existing dollars that they're holding in their pockets or their banks have been declining precipitously. And you're going to need to keep up with inflation. Also, BlockFi just signed a major deal with various different types of credit card technologies, which are actually utilizing cryptocurrency. In fact, Coinbase, one of the largest IPOs, which was approved by regulators recently, I think the stock can double. That's my personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. However, I think that stock will be one of the best performing assets in the world if we're looking at the stock market specifically moving forward. I really believe it's the next Facebook, next major brokerage exchange, almost like a Charles Schwab. In the early days, it was trading stocks. So again, this is all being promoted by the mainstream now. We are moving this direction. I believe we're going to get an announcement, as they've already told us, from the Federal Reserve, from the central bank here in the United States, that they're moving all of us to a new Fedcoin, otherwise known as a CBDC, central bank digital currency. Now, Jerome Powell says they're not going to move too quickly on this. They're going to make sure that they get it right. Of course, China and their premier, the president equivalent, they've already introduced theirs. So as we've seen this entire technology scale, as we've seen the advent of the internet and cell phones and social media, e-commerce, Jeff Bezos, for example, now I think he's the wealthiest person on planet Earth. All of this is the future of tech. And they're basically transforming the entire financial economic system intentionally. I believe, again, that this was the plan from the get-go, which is why we've been talking about it for over 10 years. Now, at some point, stock market valuations are probably going to get too high. I would expect we'd get some kind of correction, but I do not think this is going to happen in the short term. I think we're going to have the largest pre-1929 stock market cryptocurrency bubble that we have ever seen. It's going to take place in real estate like we're already seeing with all the demographic shifts. I think it's going to affect food. I think it's going to affect supply issues of common goods and services. We've seen this with semiconductors, used, new cars. Actually, recently, they don't have enough of the chips to go into these vehicles. And most importantly, I think it's going to affect you tuning in. I think that I really believe this, if you're in US dollars, you're going to lose, and you have to be hedging your bet. So that's what I'm doing with my own money. Again, I've been talking and teaching about Bitcoin cryptocurrency for over 10 years now. We just did a major update at school, by the way. Encourage you to watch that so you can learn more. I'm Christopher Greene. Comments, questions in the box below. Like and share this video. Again, read our disclaimers and disclosures. I'm not a financial advisor. I will never contact you on WhatsApp or private direct message you. So please be vigilant out there. You can only find me at our official channels on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, at AMTV Media, and of course, our website, bitcoinrich.com. Think and grow Bitcoin Rich. Have you heard about Bitcoin, this radical, crazy, amazing, new, eccentric technology that I think personally, in my opinion, is going to be bigger than the internet, social media, and e-commerce combined? Did you know there's different types of blockchains, not just Bitcoin, but Ethereum, which is a proof of stake technology? They just did a major upgrade. I teach this at school, so you should click the links up here and down below to learn more. You can learn about XRP, cross-border remittance payments, how this is going to be working with central banks, the IMF, how you can potentially create cash flows, income, change your entire life, start a new job or a business in an environment, guys, it's very, very tough right now. Millions of Americans are losing their jobs. There's been a pandemic. There's been lockdowns. People are depressed. I know I've been depressed part of the year too. I'm sure like many of you tuning in. The point is, you've got to be learning new things. You've got to evolve and change with the times and understand, just like people didn't understand Google or Facebook or some of this tech stuff in the past, it's usually that the masses only get it after it starts to go mainstream. You see, this is brand new. Bitcoin Rich is like something that we've never even heard of before. So anyways, click the links down here or up here. Visit us at school. Get in. We got a special promo code offer. We'll activate immediately. We teach all the fundamentals, everything that you need to know. You join tens of thousands of other students from around the world. I mean, I've spoken on stages. I've met with technologists. We go through all the details, all the specifics on how to use this stuff and apply it in your real life. Just like all of you use social media today, YouTube, Facebook, Google, Twitter, and more, you can learn about blockchain, Bitcoin, and the thousands of other cryptocurrencies today at school at bitcoinrich.com. Read our testimonials, disclaimers on our website. I'm not a financial advisor, but I will teach you how to think different. Think and grow. bitcoinrich.com. School up here or down here. I'll see you there. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Visit us at bitcoinrich.com right now. That's bitcoinrich.com and reserve your seat. Limited seating and prices going up soon.